Here in Australia, major changes have just happened to the family law legislation, particularly some amendments that have passed recently. They're still waiting for royal assent, so it's basically at the last stage, but it's kind of a fait accompli. Now you're probably wondering, what the heck are these changes? How does it matter? Why is it important to me? They deal primarily with parenting matters. So remember, when you're going through family law, there's a couple of areas that are fairly common that most of us know how to do. That's parenting, property, divorce, and violence. There's other areas, of course, like surrogacy, adoption, etc. But generally speaking, those are the four areas that if you dabble in family law, you deal with a lot. Now, in family law, over the last few years, there's been something called the assumption of shared parental responsibility. And that means that when we're dealing with a family law case, you can always assume that there should be mum and dad being involved in all of the major decisions pertaining to the child, right? So things like where they go to school, what religion they're raised in, all of that stuff, both of them should have a say. And what has happened is a committee has found that actually that was opening people up to some risk, because the paramount consideration really needs to be the best interest of the child. Now, what this means in practical terms is that the courts should have access to a broader picture of who is helping the child, what the child may be subjected to under one parenting, enforcement of child protection orders, and a whole host of other things. It's a pretty substantial and meaningful change. And how it's going to play out in day-to-day is still not fully clear. But generally speaking, it's going to play a major role in determining who ends up with the children, because as a general proposition, you want to make sure the children are safe. And safe means from psychological harm, physical harm, etc. So those are the major changes. And yeah, it's a big day in family law. So follow me for more legal TikTok.